In this video I'm going to show you how to add another cell to the page, and this one's going to display something for us like files or links or activities or something like that. So I'm going to click on Add Stuff, and I want a resource list, and it says the learning cell has been added to the following page, biologicalscience.page. That's the one I want, so click on that. And it's put my resource list in. It'll put it right at the top depending on what my cell layout is. We'll talk about cell layouts a little bit later, but I'm just going to drag that one down so the welcome is still at the top. Then I'm going to rename the cell by left clicking on the name, and I'm going to make that handouts and click OK. And now I'm going to configure the cell so that it will display some handouts for us. Alright, click here on the green button, and it's going to open that one up for editing. There it is. Now I need to tell it what folder to look in. Now you should have this folder already constructed, so I'm going to click on the button and go to Science, click the plus sign under Biological Science, and I've got a folder there called Handouts Bio. If you haven't got that already, then you need to go back and do it using the instructions in our previous video. Select that one. Now all I want to show in here are handouts and their files. So there's lots of other things I could display, but I'll do those in other cells, not in this one. So I'll say just files and save. So there's my cell to display my handouts. I haven't actually uploaded any handouts yet, and that's why there's none showing, but we'll go ahead and have a look at how to do that. So I'm going to click to my resources area. Remember, you find that here. I've already got one open in another tab, so I'm going to click to that tab, go down to Science, and there's my Handouts Biology, and I'll go to the third button across here to quickly upload files. Wait for that one to turn white, and then I'm going to browse. There is another method too. You can open a window next to this one and just drag them across, but I'm going to use the browse method here. Alright, so I've got my pictures open. I'll just go to my documents and alright, just choose a couple of files, open that up. There they are. Click upload. When it gets to 100%, they're uploaded, so I'll click close. Now we've talked already about permissioning things. I have to do that again. These need to be permissioned so people can see them, otherwise I'll be the only person who can see them. So I'm selecting both of these by ticking the box above, and I'll go to the Assign Permissions button. That's the lock and key. And now I'll start assigning permissions, so I'll be looking for Year 8, search, click on that one and drag it over, click on it to select it and say they can view these files, and I'm going to add staff as well. Sometimes it's so quick you don't even have to click search, so I'm going to click and drag that one across. And again, I decide what I want staff to be able to do. Do I want them to be able to edit this or just view it? Okay, I'm going to be very trusting this time and say they can edit them. And then I'll click Apply Selected Permissions to Resources. Because I'm doing it in bulk, I get to another screen. I'll just say click here to close. Now that's done. If I go back to the other tab I've got, this one, and refresh, so I'll click my refresh button up at the top of my browser. That should now display my handouts. And there it is, they're now displaying my handouts. There's one more thing I have to remember. There's a clue down here, this little exclamation mark. It says that I need to publish. All right, every time you add something new to the page, you need to go admin quick publish. And by that, I mean add a new cell or move cells around or configure a cell. It's not just when you upload resources, it's when you actually change what's on the page. Alright, so that's it. We've now added a resource list to our page that's displaying our handouts, and we can do the same sort of thing for links and all sorts of other things that we'll look at in later videos.